Right. So how long have you been at Benchmark? Double trouble, yeah.
Yeah. So we started September, middle of September.
Right. And did
about
you
the
do were you
12th.
doing the 30-day trial?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It kind of, it started off, I was lucky enough to get to Greece for a couple of weeks on holiday, first 2 weeks in September. And whilst I was there, I just felt really grotty and really unfit. And I was on Facebook and I just Benchmark came up, and it came up a few times, and I found myself whilst I was in Greece emailing, texting, messaging Ben. It was Ben that replied, I think, just asking questions about, it was the fact that it was kind of older, 30 plus kind of thing that caught my eye first of all. And I thought, oh, this sounds like maybe it's my cup of tea. I didn't really want to go somewhere really busy and, full of, young things posing around and, in the designer gear. And anyway, yeah, so I just made the decision there and then that I thought, I've just got to get healthy. I've got to get fitter. And I booked the trial when I was there, when I came home. And it's something that's been on my mind. And when I came back, I didn't book for Tracey because I wanted her to make her own mind up. But I knew she would. Once I booked, I thought, you'll definitely go. But that was the driver for me as well, because you'd put lots of weight on, hadn't you? Lots and lots of weight on. We'd had some personal trouble and whatnot over the past kind of couple of years. So I think weight gain certainly for you was a problem, and I hated seeing it. As my youngest sister putting all this weight on, it really upset me. Anyway, I didn't want to say, you're going to this and you've got to lose weight and all the rest of it. I just thought, well, I'm going to go, and hopefully you'll follow suit. And when I came back, I kind of said, I booked in. I want to be healthy and fitter. Anyway, long story short, Tracey booked in, and we did the trial together. And that's obviously where it started. But I don't think any of us realised quite how it would grip us, and it has definitely gripped us for sure. I am nowhere near a gym bunny at all, never have been. I've always been very lucky with my weight. I've never put any weight on. Being younger, I was always, if anything I needed to put weight on, I was always really skinny. And so gaining weight when you get in your 30s, 40s and 50s is not great. So so it just gripped us, hasn't it, really? In a really positive way, where we've completely changed our lifestyle, not so much eating, because I think we both ate really, we're both cooks, we both cook all the time, so that it's not the cooking that's not a problem, it's lifestyle, it's picky and eating things at the time, and just getting your diary in order, really, getting your life in order. I think that's probably what we've done.
What did you where's that? Had you done anything before you joined Benchmark? Had you been members of other gyms?
Years ago, I was a member of, we're both members, weren't we, of not Total Fitness, the other one in Duckingfield.
The Village.
The Village gym in Cheadle. Many years ago, but it's been years since I was in a gym.
I mean, I was a gym bunny when I was younger, before I had my child. And I used to go 5-6 times a week and have personal trainer sessions, because my weight was always up and down. My weight's always been up and down since I can remember. But I enjoyed it. I loved it. And it just meant I could kind of eat and do what I wanted, because I was always working out, or I was fairly active. But then after I had my child, that was it. I had postnatal depression. So that didn't help. And then my husband and I separated probably a year and a half, when my daughter was only 1.5. And then since since then had quite a lot of bereavements in our family. We've pretty much wiped our family out in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, haven't we?
Oh my God.
So we've had quite a troubled time, really.
Yeah.
And I think because there's always been something going on, we've just never had, and our family lived in Scotland, so we're a lot of travelling up to Scotland every weekend to care for my parents over a long period of time, and our aunts, family members, because none of them had any, my mum. And so we were the only ones kind of left that would care for everybody. So we were going up nearly every other weekend to Scotland, and full-time mums as well.
Yeah.
And doing all of this. And so weight just wasn't important. We had no time for it. I certainly had no time for me at all. I've got a dog as well. Just no time for me. I just wasn't a priority for years.
Yeah.
And I think what's changed for me with Benchmark is I've started to make time for me, to start looking at me. And it is not just about losing weight now, really, for me.
Mm.
It is about just realising if you do what it does to your body, actually what it does. We feel sluggish if we don't go out for our walks. You know, so we've been trying to walk as well.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of times, 2 or 3 times a week, and in between kind of got busy jobs, stressful jobs, that doesn't help either. But when we can, even at lunchtime, we try and walk. But if we don't get to walk, we feel really sluggish and horrible now if we don't do something.
Yeah,
So what do you think it is? What do you think it is about Benchmark?
We do them Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I think Benchmark's changed. I think I feel really comfortable there.
Yeah.
I walk in and I feel comfortable. I don't feel, I mean, I'm 55 and I joke with Ben's and I'm probably one of the oldest ones there. And
I don't think you are.
I don't feel like it makes any difference whether I'm 55 or whether I'm with a lot of 30-year-olds. You know, I can do what I can do. I probably as much as obviously some of the others can do. But I don't feel out of place. I feel comfortable going in there, and even when we obviously had a lot more weight on us than we had now. You know, you're not made to feel like fat, or you're not made to feel like silly. Because I couldn't remember when we were going through all the sessions. You know, you get through, and I didn't know the terminology that they're talking about. I mean,
by the time we got to the third exercise, we couldn't remember what the first was.
Hey, listen,
it's completely double Dutch. You know,
I've been there for 3 years.
And, reps this, reps the next, and I thought, what the hell is he talking about? But I think Benchmark. I think because it's a smaller gym as well, it's more intimate. It's like 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and obviously the newbies like us a bit more attention because we needed it. We didn't know what we were doing. We hadn't a clue. I mean, you knew more than me. I didn't have a clue. So I think that I mean, we haven't missed a session since starting in September.
Oh, that's amazing.
We've done, even through COVID, we've still done them on Zoom. We've still done at least 3.
That's amazing.
We've done 3 every single week since, haven't we? And we've really, really made an effort to, but without both of us being together to do it, that motivation of, I like the fact that it's a community. I like the fact that I like looking on the, like I do your relaxation on Thursday. I know Yvonne wants to try and start doing some of the yoga stuff. And I also like the fact that there's quite a lot of posts around nutrition and some nice recipes, and that kind of spurs you on to go and have something nice for your tea one night, to treat yourself. A little bit of everything. And I think the gym for me is I don't get bored. I don't watch the 5 minutes going and the 10 minutes going. I just think you just kind of take it at your own pace. Yeah. And so you don't feel like it's a chore, really. I think it is walking up those steps to actually get to the gym. After you've mastered that, everything else is pretty good, really.
I don't think you've ever mastered those steps.
Yeah, well, I think because there's not lots of cardio as well, because I'm really bad asthmatic and I can't do a lot of really fast cardio stuff. I mean, actually, some of the Zoom stuff's nearly killed me. I like the fact that there's that variation of weights and training and equipment, and it isn't where you're completely out.
Board. You mix up the sessions. That's what I really enjoy. And the biggest thing for me is we always have a laugh when we do it, don't we? We always.
I love being in the gym when you two are in, because all I can hear is you absolutely pissing yourselves from your pod.
I mean, we enjoy working out, but we also, it's got to be a bit of fun that comes with it. When we're not there to kind of just do lots of workout. We're just not at that stage, and maybe we never will be, and maybe that's not what we want out of it.
No, and if you can't have a laugh when you're working out, what's the that's part of
the
fun,
you won't go. That's the whole
go.
point. If you're left to your own devices to just walk into a gym, and it's kind of like, there you go, there's all your equipment now, away you go, then that's why people are put off and don't want to continue to do it. For me, it's like going out for a cup of coffee or a glass of wine with a friend, isn't it? It is enjoyment, and it's a social thing. I said to sister, even if we didn't, even if I didn't love it, I said, even getting out 3 times a week for 45 minutes would actually be quite nice right now.
I always think it's like Cheers,
Yeah.
Everybody knows your name when you go in.
Yeah.
I think seeing the benefits as well of how your hard work has paid off, because I'm really proud of Tracey, what she's done. I mean, it's been absolutely amazing. She looks completely different. Wait while you see her in the gym, honestly. And I mean, I've lost just over a stone. I've lost £1 Tracey's lost what?
Over 2 stone now.
2 stones.
Oh my gosh! Since September.
In 3 months.
Since September.
That's phenomenal.
So between us, we've lost over 3 stone, and that what comes with that is bettering yourself. You look better. You just want to do more. You just feel stronger, don't you? Because you're kind of more comfortable in your own skin.
And it's your mental health. Well, depression, since having postnatal depression with my daughter, and on and off, I will have bad days, and going to the gym and feeling better about yourself, you're less likely to have those bad days. And if you do, you come out of them much quicker because you've got that to look back on, I think, really, as well. So,
I'm very open to say that I've shared it.
The 3, Mark, and they're very different characters, aren't they? They're very trainers, and I like, and obviously, I haven't really been in the gym a lot with Mark. It was always Ben normally when we went on the kind of 4:30 sessions, and then Adam more so, and I think it's just been a pleasure. Just ultimately, you feel, if you to ask me what it is that we like about, it's that feeling, that kind of personal, comfortable feeling you get when you walk through the door. For me,
it's like a good pair of running trainers. It's well worth the money. And you never want to take them off. So it's a little bit like that for me, really. And
that's that bit's getting cut and snipped and posted all over the place, don't you?
a good pair of comfy trainers. It's like a good comfy benchmark hoodie. But no, and it's people. It's not it's not stereotypical gym feel about it. It's lots of different people, different walks of life. Everybody's there for different reasons, but more importantly, everybody is very, very friendly and sociable, and I think actually that is driven by Ben and Mark and Adam and Harry and all of the people that are involved in the gym and that are there often. It's driven by their behaviours, to make people feel like that. So they've achieved what they hopefully set out, build a community of and a space that people feel comfortable in, you know, achieving the goals, whatever those goals are.
Yeah. Amazing. I mean, you've both done so
You've
well.
not had to ask us any questions, have you?
I haven't. I've tried. I've tried a few times.
No. See, that's us, you see. Civil servants, you see, Lucy. That's
Have
why.
you got any questions that you wanted to specifically ask us about?
No, you've answered them all.
See, civil servants say a lot without saying anything.
Yeah, talk rubbish most of the time.
That's absolutely brilliant. So yeah,
seriously, it's been a real positive. It's had a real positive attitudes to our improvements to our life for sure. And I think especially during COVID, I mean, it was never even after the 30-day trial, and you know, obviously it's not insignificant the amount of money you pay every month, but I think value for money for what you get. I know there's a lot of gyms where probably you pay, I don't know, £30, £40 a month, whatever, but you're not compliant with like you don't get in benchmark for that kind of money. So that, you know, the money side of it is, I think it's value for money for what we get. So
and I think what it gives you in results and what it gives you for mental health in terms of your own kind of goals is it's a very, very small price. It's not doesn't even enter into my head how much I pay. I don't even think about it, but yeah, if I had to pay X amount on something else, you know, I would probably grudge it, but this is it's not even something that I would consider being as an essential for me, as a you know, a necessity as opposed to a luxury for me.
No, I get that. It's my it is for me as well.
Yeah,
you know, it's the place that I go when it keeps me, because you know, I've suffered from postnatal depression, and it was the one thing that pulled me out of it was coming to Benchmark. I used to say to
How long
Mark,
have you been?
3 years.
You've been years, okay.
3 years, yeah. And I still walk away from that board when they tell us what to do, and I still walk away and go, what? And go back again.
Yeah, I mean, was it very different before COVID? The sessions in the gym.
Yeah, they were different, but they're not. They're kind of better now. They're structured.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I can't say they weren't different, because you'd have a HIIT session running at the same time as weightlifting session.
Okay.
But they've kind of mixed both of them together now, and it works, and it's a lot more structured, and I find I'm a lot less distracted because I get easily distracted.
Yeah.
I kind of
So do we.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. Right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Stop recording.
You're still recording.
Stop recording now.